Well, hello, you two. Mm, mm, mm. I don't know what the sound is like. I just turned on the camera and everything. I just really got up. I'm not even dressed or anything. You're like, girl, you are dressed. I'm up to be presentable on YouTube, but I'm not up. So this week has been very revealing for me in many, many, many ways. Um, I just found out today, like literally this morning. Come on here, Jolly L. Come on here, Jay Forever. How you doing? Yes, honey. I'm gonna try to do this video without getting emotional because the people that I'm gonna talk about in this video, the two people that I want to talk about in this video are of trans experience, and one of them is actually from YouTube, Edie Santos, and as you guys seen her in my live chats before. But she would always, come in here and comment about stuff and privately she's taken classes, we've done readings, we've done all this stuff. And um anyway, I won't go too much into stuff because I barely start my day out. And today is a very positive, productive day. And I don't want my day to be filled with emotions for me. Um, so I found out this week, and just today, like literally 30 minutes ago for Edie's, I just found out, like literally, like I said, 30 minutes ago, that these two trans women were actually taken out. And the first one, Jahira, many of you know her by both those names, but she's from the ballroom scene, and she's on YouTube as well. I think it was called Jahira's Mission. But I met Jahira about maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Oh, wow, it's been longer than that. September of 2014. I knew her before that because there was a transsexual named Liz. Girl, that was so. Anyway, we won't even get into that. But Jahira was very spiritual, but she wasn't like public with her stuff. And when I would post videos about stuff on my other channel, she would comment. And even going into like when I had issues with one of these trans people that she was familiar with, I guess things got around and they knew they were like, hey girl, ooh, 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 ooh. So no, we had conversations and she was multilingual as well. She knew Coptic, as well. So anyway, so we connected on that level. She's much older than I am. She's a girl that's been transitioned, I think, since like the 80s or the 90s. I cannot remember. But she was taken out this week. I want to say on Sunday or Monday. Now they don't know exactly what happened. People are saying it was domestic violence, and you guys, that hit so hard at home for me because I am also a victim of domestic violence, and that could have been my story. Like I had a man who beat my ass and left me for dead, and nobody knew about it but one person. And you guys, I'm telling you, it's a lot. It's a lot. And that could have been my story. Like I could have been left for dead and I could actually die. And so when I think about that situation, like I said, it hits home for me. Me knowing that person and know what they've been through, and not just her. Like I know a lot of trans people go through that, and you have to get out of that. Like when the signs come, you have to get out of that. And so, even going into this, so I said, I appreciate, genuinely you guys off of here, the love and support I get off of here, the love and support I get in real life from my friends and family. It means a lot to me. Trans people, we go through a lot of stuff, and I'm that one that do not let that stuff get to me. Like, I do not let what's the outside think of me, because I am a believer. I am a descendant of greatness, and no one or nothing will stop or stand in the way of what I'm here to do. And so, like I said, I'm appreciative of the love and support I get from you all, because it really means a lot to me. Going into my sponsors, those who take classes, all that, and especially for my trans people, like my trans students and my trans clients, and the people that are on here that are trans that have yet to hit me up. I have a really soft spot in my heart for you all, because we have the same experience. Now, it's not the same experience in every essence, but we are of trans experience, and we go through a lot of stuff, and even going into the suicidal rate and just all the stuff that happens. Like, we need validation. We feel like we need validation from people, but of course, I grew out of that, because, like I said, I've been in very close to death situations, and some of them, I have the red flags, I have the signs, but I did not pay attention to that. And so, like I said, protection is important. I always tell you guys this, and we're talking about spiritual. Like, physical, I have my protection stuff, and I always say this to all my trans people out there, get you a taser. Okay, if you don't want to get you a knife, a gun, get you a good little taser, bitch. Just to talk somebody up. Get you some. I got some Baroness, I got gel, I got all that stuff. The physical stuff is important, but the spiritual stuff is even more important, because energy manifests into something, and then physical things happen. And then even going into Edie's as well, y'all been on here, and with Edie's, it's a different place. So with Jahira, it was more of a spiritual experience, an older girl giving a younger girl advice on the trans experience, and then on the spiritual stuff, she was coming to me for spiritual advice, and not really asking, but kind of, just, hey, what is this about, and how do you do this, and you ever work with this, and da 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 da. And I'm actually friends with both of these trans people on Facebook, and we share lots of messages. I can even go to my Skype. Me and Jahira actually has Skype calls with just her and I. So anyway, and then going into Edie's, Edie's hit me up maybe about 3 weeks ago, and Edie's, with Edie's, it's a little different, because Edie's really, really admired me, and her friends and people who knew her would always tell me this. So Edie's, to me, was like a daughter. Even though she was not a daughter, she was like a daughter to me. And y'all, my emotions just everywhere right now, because today it's a very good day. There was so much going on today, and to wake up with that just kind of put like some brakes, like, ooh. And at first I just got up and I just said, let me put on some clothes and get on YouTube and talk about this. But me and Edie's, we actually got into it a couple of years ago, because she was trying to use everything like me, and that just irritated me. And I was just like, girl, stop using my name, use your own shit. And just everything about what she was doing was very similar to me. But after thinking it over, it was like, girl, this trans person, looks up to you for confidence. This trans person look up to you for self-assurance. And so I backed off, because I didn't want to come across as a bully. And especially one who's trans, when I was younger and I came across trans people who were in the experience, they're very fucked up to me. Even going into me not really connecting with them, going into 2011, one of these trans girls out there in Houston, Texas, just so happened, and it all comes full circle, but Houston, Texas, was supposed to be taking me to Mexico years ago to go get silicone in my body, and I'm glad I didn't do that. But because I see what it's done to her body and her friend's body. But we're supposed to be going to Mexico, and the bitch was like, pay for my trip, pay for that. So I already thought that was a little shady. And then we got on here, and I told y'all about this. We got into fights, we went back and forth, and she got my very first YouTube channel shut down, because I was exposing real tea, as I always do. And girl got crazy. So like I said, I just learned to step back. And so I did everything on my own. I looked up everything on my own, and that's just how it's always been. And so, like I said, with Edie, she reached out to me like months ago because I did a reading for her, and it was about a love interest. Now, I don't know what Edie's details are. I just kind of looked up right now because it was on Facebook Human Rights Campaign um, Facebook page, which I follow. And it says she was shot at a Chick-fil-A at 9:23 p.m. And so, like I said, for me, I think that's when they found her at 9:23 p.m. But she hit me up for a reading. I gave her a reading, and like I said, I don't know if this deals with a love interest or whatever, but I told her some things in confidence on the phone, and I believe Facebook message, and even with her, I kept telling her, girl, you need to get up on your protection and stop fucking with people, stop letting people in your house. But I would talk about this, people didn't know who I was talking about, but she was one of the people because she's trans. And I tell people, being a trans experience, being a trans person, you're already looked at as being weak and being vulnerable. So people look for ways to get in. And it's on many accounts. It's not just, to hurt you. People will try to come in to pull energy from you because they know that you are a high vibrational person. And even going into you are really the physical manifestation of the balance of the divine feminine and the divine masculine energy, which we all, wish to obtain in this life, every life we have. So, like I said, for that, y'all, it's just wow. Like my mind is like completely blown with this whole situation with both of them. And of course, I send love and light to their family and their friends. People are very close to them, people who are mourning them deeper than I am. Because of course, I didn't know these ladies personally, but it still hits home because they are of trans experience. And I don't think that because domestic violence hit everybody, and like I said with Edie's, I don't know that situation. So it's not just a trans thing because they were trans, they were taken out, but because they were trans, like I said, it hits me. And why it's so important to have your protection of being trans. You're high vibrational in a world that is plagued by low vibrational beings. You have to stay prayed up and you have to protect your energy. And that means with family, friends, neighbors, it doesn't matter. And people they hold it against you, at least for me. When I want to keep my distance from people or I don't want to be bothered with people, people don't understand. Like, it's me protecting my energy because I know that me opening myself up to you opens me up to many things. And even going into the people who have passed away in the past that are of transparency. Some of these people have been taken out by their own family. So it's not even about strangers coming to you and getting you together. It's everybody. You have boyfriends, girlfriends, friends, neighbors. So that's why I'm so protective of my energy and my state of mind. I don't participate in drugs. I don't drink. And I tell you guys this, it's about using and awakening your divine goddess or God frequency. And like I said, I want to make this video about that because I go into so much stuff. I wasn't even going to come on today at this time and even do a video. I was going to wait until later tonight. Wait until later tonight to talk to my people. But so I just didn't love and light to Edie Santos' friends, and she was a soul looking for so much positivity and light, and I'm so appreciative of her and supporting me and taking classes and buying products, and even going into protection, which is so weird, y'all. Like when she hit me up 2.5 weeks ago. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell y'all what day she hit me up because I think it says she was killed on April 23rd. Yeah, April 23rd and she was only 22 years old, y'all. So she was very young. April 23rd at 9:30 p.m. Okay, here we go. So let me get into this. I think she hit me around that time. Let me see right now. Well, actually, there was a lot going on with her this year. I wouldn't put the good stuff there like that, but there was a lot going on this year. She hit me up in January, but she also hit me up recently about her oil. And I kind of did a video on it. And that's also why today I'm kind of like, damn. She hit me up. Oh, here we go. On the 16th. She hit me up on the 16th. And she wanted to take the Ganesha class. Oh, okay. 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 So she hit me up on the 16th. And so, like I said, y'all, I'm in a strange space today. It feels different today. The energy feels very, very different today. And that's why another thing too, I don't like to really plan stuff because it seems like every day something is different. And so now I'm gonna be in that space. So for my trans people out there, okay, this is the main point of me getting on here. It is so important for protection. You are an open target for many things. You're an open target for men to come in and do things. You're an open target for women to come in and do things. You're an open target for other trans to come in and do things. You're an open target for gay men to come in and do things. And I'm not putting this out there saying that these people are your enemies. But to me, everybody can get it. To me, I always tell y'all this. I don't care what I am, who I am, what I look like, all this stuff. Just because you look like me don't mean I trust you. Everybody to me is an op. I will love you. I will come to whatever it is. We could connect, but I still don't trust you further than I could throw you. And that's what that come down to. You guys need to step up your protection work. Trans people, gay people, LGBT, women, but particularly I'm speaking right now to my trans people, my trans women, my trans sisters, my trans brothers. You need to protect yourself. Okay? Energy is so, especially right now with the planets that are being thrown out, the shift that is taking place through CR19, all the stuff's going on. It's so important to protect yourself because things are coming into play. It's so important. You could take a break from drama. You could take a break from all this so-called, I need validation. Take a break from that. And the weirdest thing about it is, like I said, for this whole week, I've been in this space of, because another trans person I know is currently in a domestic abuse right now. And like I said, with Edie's situation, I don't know. I haven't read up on it. I will look into that after I'm off of here. But with Jahira, like I said, I know other trans people right now, they're in a relationship. And one of the trans person, I actually told her, you either leave that man or we're not being friends. Because, bitch, I don't want to get news in a couple of days that you were taken out by your boyfriend because you're not listening. And she has been diagnosed allegedly with bipolar and all this other good shit. But it's like, girl, that doesn't mean shit. Like, you have common sense. You're smart. Get about that situation. I don't care what anybody say. There's not enough good penis out there, bitch, to keep me in a relationship. I was once a part of that too. But when I got my ass beat, bitch, that woke me up. That woke me up. Okay, that woke me up and said, bitch, listen, things are not what it seems. Things are not what it seems, bitch. And even when they come across as being nice and being sweet, it's usually something else on the other side of that. So, like I said, it's so important to protect yourselves for everybody. It's so important to protect yourself and stop trying to do this foo-foo shit. When I say this foo shit, people out here, oh, I do this for this and this and that. Go ahead, play with this shit if you want to up on here. Go ahead and keep doing this bullshit they got going up in here and see how far it protects you. You got to get in on that real shit. And I told y'all, real magic is nasty. Okay, there's not no candle work only, and you're gonna get some oils together, and that's it. Real work gets very, very nasty. And so, anyway. Protection is important. I know I got other trans people out there that are younger, 18, 19, 16, 15. Even some of you are older, you're 38, 42, 45, 52, and you still come to, me for guidance. I'm telling you now, you need to crack down on that. Prosperity and protection and healing. Those are the three things you should always focus on. I'm even going to be offering a class after this other stuff because I'm going to be talking to my other people about that. Of course, MHC, we've actually finished that class for you guys because there was such a delay with that. You guys can hit me up and send me your numbers. I will call you guys one-on-one on the phone. You can ask me any question about that class, and also ask me advice on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to do healing work, protection work, love work, we'll talk on the phone. I'll give you my opinion on what you can do. Okay, going into those of you who signed up for even more classes this past 2 weeks, I'm so appreciative of you. Those that are waiting on the Kalima class, those who are waiting on not the Durga Kalima, the one that's already pre-recorded, I'll be getting back to you tonight. Those who signed up for the Tantric class tonight, I was going to be emailing you guys for the past 2 days, but of course they had to renovate my kitchen like on Tuesday. Oh, y'all, Jesus. Anyway, so I got to put everything back in there. So anyway, I've been dealing with that. What else? So yes, I'll be sending that over today. Okay, the Tantric class has been recorded. The Kalima class being recorded, and then of course going into the Durga and Kalima class, which we're going to call Kalima 2.0. That's going to be a live presented class, like we did with the Ganesha class. And even those of you who took the Ganesha class, you have any questions about that class, you go to hit me up. Just so happened that everybody who took that class was of the LGBT experience. Of course, I feel so blessed, and I feel so privileged to have taught you the things that we taught in that class. And like I said, for that class is ongoing. If you got any questions about Ganesha for protection, for getting somebody together, definitely send me an email, and I'll definitely send you my advice on that. And so let's see. I think that's it, y'all. I think that's it. We have also something that I'm going to be doing next week, even though all the stuff is coming today. Also, another thing too with the Selena class. Yeah, I got so much response back about that. And anyway, I'm so appreciative of you guys, y'all. Like I said, I barely been up for probably a good hour now. When I first wake up, y'all, I gotta like adjust myself and wake up. But I said, oh my God, I have to get up and I have to talk about this because it's gonna plague me all day. And I tell y'all, like me getting on my YouTube video and me getting on Facebook, it's my way of venting and letting things out. So it's not on me and it's not weighing me down. And people say I'm an emotional person, and I have no shame in that. I have no shame in that, and I'm not regretful of that. If I feel like crying about something, I'm gonna cry about it. If I feel like screaming about something, I'm gonna scream about it. And that's why I'm healthy, and that's why I'm healed, and that's why I can sleep at night, and that's why I have no problems, being relaxed. I don't have to drink, I don't have to smoke, because I express myself, and that's so important to do, especially who you are, LGBT. Going into that too, self-expression. If you're not sure of who you are, go see a therapist, go see a counselor. There's many of them out there. I know one that's in Oregon that offers virtual counseling. If you're a trans person of experience and a person of trans experience, and you need somebody to counsel you from that perspective, psychologically, somebody who's trained women for many, many years, who helped out many of your well-known trans actors, actresses, authors, and all of this stuff. She's well connected, and I will gladly connect you with her. She's been my therapist since 2012, and I'm so appreciative of her and the things that we have accomplished. But it's so important to express yourself and learn what is your trigger points for everybody. Learn your trigger points, see the therapy, and learn how to deal with that so you're not self-medicating. And that goes into that too. Drugs is self-medicating, alcohol is self-medicating, meditation is also self-medicating too, but I'd rather self-medicate with meditation than self-medicate with a chemical that's going to dry out my pineal gland and pituitary gland, especially those who say you're spiritually awakened. I'd rather do that. And also getting love, getting validation from men, that's also, or women, that's also self-medicating. Love starts with self. Love starts with self. And even going into home, and I want to do something on this too. And I don't know when. I'm not going to put out the. I want to do something on this too. Home, healing of the mind, bodies, and the emotional body. Home is where the heart is. Home is where love is. Home is where understanding is of self. And home is where you are. A lot of people, we're at our neighbor's house, metaphorically speaking. We're at our neighbor's house saying that we know ourselves and we love ourselves, that we are who we are. We don't give a fuck. But you're not at home. So who you think you are is not really who you really are. And this is why there's so much confusion going on in this world with everything. We have people that are addicted to drugs, alcohol. We got people that are addicted to sex. And sex is healthy, but some people are just a little over the top. And even going to something else too, which, I kind of stand right now and say, oh my God, going into someone else, who shamed me for my goddess attire. And of course, I don't hold it against her because she's my sister. I have a trans experience and of spiritual experience and of adult entertainment experience. So I'm close with her on a lot of things. But a couple of weeks ago, she kind of read me down for wearing my dresses. And, for me, this is me, being a goddess, and I consider myself a goddess, not because I think I'm better than anyone or anything, but because I elevate it and I don't do the things that people think I should do, or I don't do things that I should be doing, like, according to who I am, according to what society says I should be doing. And even, like I said, I've grown a lot. And so for me, when I'm in a space and an element of being that adult entertainer, of being that cam model, of being that escort, of being that temptress, that seductress, I'm going to dress a certain way. When I'm in the space and the element and I turn that energy off, then I'm going to dress another way. And already being tall and already being voluptuous and I don't need to show off titties. I don't need to show off ass. I don't need to do that. When people see you, especially men of substance and women of substance, and that's all we say, when the girls be out here dressing a certain way, you're not out here getting validation from women of substance saying, oh, wow, you're pretty. Oh, wow, you're sexy. Oh, I love that outfit. Wow. You're not getting that. You're getting people saying that they want to, bust on you. They want to do this to you. They want to pull you over in the back of the store and do you. That's not a compliment to me. Because me know what I know, that men and people just do anything nowadays. That's not a compliment to me. And so, like I said, a goddess, she's feminine, she's sexy, but she's also covering with it. She don't have to be revealing. She don't have to, wear coochie cutters. She don't have to wear low tops to show off herself. People can see that through your clothes. And even if they can't see it, leave something up in for mystery so they want you. They're thirsty for it. Like, I want to do that fly. And so, like I said, for me, I have no shame in me stepping into my goddess frequency, because this is what's pulling in substance for me. This is what's allowing me to elevate. And I'm still that sexual person, that sensual person. But like I said, I'm gonna cover myself. I'm gonna be less revealing. So that way the pervert who has a fetish with just touching on things that he should be touching, and I don't want to have to for reaching and touching where he shouldn't be reaching and touching. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna cover up and let him see the silhouette and say, wow. And even going into nowadays right now too, they're doing the silhouette challenge. The silhouette challenge, kind of guessing what the body looks like in the shadows. So like I said, I have no shame in that. And anyway, get off that, honey. Come on in here, Larry. How you doing? Yes, honey, come on in here, Larry. Yes, hello, Magic Cat. Long time no see. Yes, I miss you so much too. I know, Magic Cat. Mwah, mwah. I sing you love. I sing you light. I sing you prosperity. I sing you abundance. I sing you positive energy. Come on in here, Maura. Norma. Maura. Come on in here, Norma. How are you? I sing you love. I sing you light. Ooh, come on in here, Jay. Come on here, Jolly L. Yes, honey, Julie Joey. How are y'all? It's early today, huh? Y'all, it's 1:35 p.m., y'all. Woo! I feel good, y'all. I went to Walmart last night. I bought me a cooling pillow, a cooling sensation pad, y'all. And I, butt booty naked, spread out on that thing. And y'all, I was just like, girl, I think I woke up drooling a couple of times. Drool coming down my damn face and shit. Mm-hmm. Don't judge me. Come on in here, Larry. How you doing, Larry? Yes, honey. Loving light. Thank you, Larry. Yes, I sing you loving light, Larry. Yes, honey. Positivity vibes to you and yours. Yes, honey. I've been having dreams about bees and hornet nests. Ooh, Larry, you're coming into prosperity and abundance. Yes, Larry. Larry, you hit the gold. You hit the pot. Woo! Come on in here, Larry. Yes, honey. We claim it. Yes, honey. You're hitting that gold. Come on in, Larry. Yes. Bees and hornets are very symbolic for abundance, prosperity, and liquid gold. You know, honey is considered liquid gold outside of olive oil. But hornets are very protective. You know, they're known to come and just get your ass together. They're killers. You know, I think they said they had killer hornets too going around Texas and stuff. But hornets are protection. So abundance, prosperity, and all that stuff is coming in, Larry. But you need to protect it. Put the real good protection down. So no one or nothing come in and hate and fuck it up. Because you know haters be lurking. And sometimes haters come in forms of families and friends. So you have to say, bitch, not today. Okay? So come on in here, Larry. Get that liquid gold. Yes, Larry. Come on in here. Yes, honey. Ow. It's crazy. Oh, I know. She rests in power now. I know that's right, Jay Forever. And you know what, too? That's why I'm like, it's kind of sad that some people will never know what it's like to have true love. You know what I mean? Like, and to me, true love is family. It's mother and father love. That saddens me, honey. I try not to think about it. Like people who are motherless or fatherless, whether they physically passed away or they're not in your life, like my heart really goes out to you because I cannot imagine growing up without love of the divine feminine and the divine masculine, without having a masculine figure or figures, because I have more than one, biological father, stepfather, godfather, all that good stuff, and also having a divine feminine energy showing you what love and nourishment is. And so, like I said, that's sad. And then also it manifests as we get older because we look for things and we attract experiences to us. And that's something that's deeper too that people don't understand. Like what's in our bodies, right? So we're talking about an energy field, our aura, okay? And your heart and your mind are magnetic fields. Like even if you do this, you can feel that frequency come from your heart and your head. You can do it right now. Just slowly do this. You can feel the magnetic frequency come from your heart and your head. Okay? These things pull things to us. So the thoughts that we hold will pull things to us. The memories, the feelings, the emotions that we harbor will pull things to us. And so when we have experiences as children, and that's what I tell people, I'm not cutting on people, I'm not judging people. But that's why it's so important to get therapy on any experience. Whether you lost a baby through miscarriage, you lost a baby through abortion, you got abused, you got abandoned, you didn't get enough attention from your mama, your daddy. It doesn't matter what that trauma is. Nobody told you you were beautiful. Nobody told you were intelligent. It doesn't matter what that trauma is. It's so important to get help with that, to release those frequencies, because the more you harbor those frequencies in your body, you will manifest and you will attract situations that will fuck shit up. And I'm speaking to everybody. And people coming in and they're attacking you physically and they're murdering you. You also attract those experiences. And I'm not victim shaming because, you know, people always victim shaming you, but we attract all of our experiences. And this is why we need to focus on healing. And even going into Edie's, you know, when I talked to her, you know, there was a lot of stuff came for healing. And I said, girl, you need to heal this. You need to heal this. You need to let this go. Stop focusing on a man. Stop focusing on friends. Stop focusing on validation people. You need to go home. You need to heal yourself. And then you will see brighter days. Like depression, anxiety, like all this stuff are trigger points. And even going to people who are healed, as I said, I don't give a fuck about people calling me swear and calling me corny because I don't drink, I don't smoke, bitch. I don't give a fuck about that. I have friends, I have best friends who say, oh, you don't drink, you're a swear. I don't give a fuck about that, girl. And look at me and look at you. And I was talking about from a mental, a spiritual, and an emotional state of mind. What triggers me, I get to it and I release it. I don't numb myself to run from it. I face that trigger and I release it. But when you sit here and you run from it, and, oh, I'm gonna let it absorb, I'm gonna let it add on. Oh, I don't think about it. It's still there. It's still there. It's still there. And even with me, I work hard to keep myself busy, so I'm not in my emotions and I'm not, feeling certain things. But sometimes I still slow myself down and let myself heal. Going into the loss of my sister and stuff, although she's always with me spiritually and I commune with her spiritually and energetically and all that good stuff, the physical is not there. The physical is different. And that's hard. So, like I said, even going into 2 or 3 years later, it's still something that I'm still getting over, and I'm allowing myself to heal still. I'm not dealing with people to say, oh, girl, it's been 2 years, it's been 3 years, it's been 4 years. You got to let that go. Honey, that's why you're fucked up. That's why you got to smoke to ease your mind. That's why you got to drink to ease your mind. That's why you got to pop painfuls to ease your mind. That's why you got to fuck people to ease your mind. See, we use all this stuff to self-medicate. We fuck, we suck, we smoke, we drink to numb ourselves so we don't got to think about the trauma. And I don't have to do that. So, like I said, I've been changed. I have no shame in me stepping into my goddess frequency. Okay. Now I control what triggers me. Now I control what gets me going and what doesn't get me going. And that's why I'm attracting the things that I need and the things that I definitely want. And I also am attracting people who are also changing their ways. Oh, come on in here. Come on in here. Thank you, Jay. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Norma, I'm well. There's an air and sea this weekend here in Fort Lauderdale. Yes, honey. Larry, I was in the Coral Gables 2 weeks ago. Air and sea sounds really nice. Too bad I'm not there. I know that's right. Y'all don't live too far from each other, Norma and Larry. Yeah, yeah. Oh, well, yes, I did kind of cross the yeah. Jay, yes, honey, come on to Missy. You're still right. Yes. Jay, I miss all of you guys. How you been? Yes, honey, come on. I can't believe this. Me too, Andres. Me neither. I know. It's sad. Progressing and forever faithful. That's all over here. Yes, honey. Oh, my love. Yes, honey. OJ, I'm trying. I'm my type of sex. I mean, I'm glad for you. I know that's right. Ow, it's chill. How you doing? Yes, honey. Ow, what hanging in there? Yeah, okay. Yes, honey. Light his ass up. Yes, honey. Norman, you got no matter what it stay faithful. Yes, honey. Ooh, I want a laser, but I sure hell don't need one. Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Thank you, honey. Yes, thank you, Magic Cat. Yes, honey. Oh, yes, honey. No problem. Oh, yes, Jay. Like I said, Edie's have been on here. Edie's have connected with me friends. Her friends watch. I got emails from her friends. They messaged me on Facebook. I'm actually going to go on Facebook. I've not been on my spiritual Facebook like that. And that's one of Edie's is on, so I will be catching up with that, y'all. I'm just like in shock. Like I'm still like in that shock state, like, damn. But I'm glad I was able to come here and release, share, and yes, I like using soaps for an intended purpose to raise my energies, like lemongrass and lang lang. I always said ylang ylang, and it's actually lang lang. Ylang ylang is actually lang lang. Yes, I had to come on here. Soaps works wonder. Soaps, oils, sprays that helps. Of course, the inside out though. So of course, meditating, being around positive people, hey, today I don't want to argue, I don't want to cuss nobody out today, so let me keep to myself. That type of thing, that's good too. Sometimes people don't understand, sometimes they do understand. But listen, today I'm in that mood. I'm trying to stay high vibrational. I can't have conversation where I'm going to be cussing people out or arguing. So let me just keep my distance. That's how we think about it. Like, okay, today I'm not dealing with nobody because I don't want to have to read nobody down. I don't want to have to do. So anyway, so like I said, it starts from the inside out. So good night rest, staying hydrated, staying nourished, eating right, eating foods to lift your frequency. That helps. And then adding on the soaps and the lotions and the oils. Oh, God, I'm getting the hiccups and the belches and shit. Girl. Yes, honey. So Tati had a BBL. That was an experience she went through. Oh, I know. Yes, tell Tati I said hi. Oh, That sounds like it hurts. Oh my God. I know 2 people that had a BBL. Oh, laying on your stomach and oh no, honey. Uh-uh. I think I'm comfortable what I'm working with. We'll do a full body very soon. I'm comfortable, honey. Whew. Okay. I'm sitting here looking out my window, y'all. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. There's trees here. Someone has their little windmill going on out here. It's beautiful. Greenery, and that's how I'm looking out here to help me zone out and to relax my bodies. Okay, my emotional bodies, my mental bodies, my physical body is already relaxed and healed. I need to actually go in here and make my turtles basking area before I go and start my day. Um, like I said, you guys, I'm so appreciative of you all. I send you love. I send you light. I send you prosperity, abundance, and definitely protection. Okay, girl. Mm, 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 mm. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good Friday. Today's Friday, honey. Yes, honey. Love and light, honey. I'm about to go out and do my thing. And like I said, I appreciate you all for coming in here. Yes, hope you guys have a good weekend. She laid on stuff for 2 months. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, goodness. Goodness. I don't even, ooh, I can imagine. Yes, love and light, Jay. Mister, can you manipulate the specific results for something or is it way too out of control? Oh, you sure can. Oh, you sure can. Everything is, everything is, that's what magic is. Magic is, and you know, I like these words, transmutation. That's my word. I like using transmutation. Maybe I need to start using that more often. The transmutator. You know, I remember I had these business cards, y'all. Reiki master, spiritual advisor, and energy transmutator. And people are like, what the fuck is energy transmutation? Rich, a high priestess, okay? Someone who could shift energy at will. And it takes a lot of practice. Someone who could be in an emotional state, a mental state, a certain space, and instantly shift out of that, or instantly get back into it, whatever. So you could definitely manipulate energy, um, Jay, to get results that you want. You definitely could do it. It's all about energies. It's all about certain days to do certain things, certain times to do certain things. Someone actually sent me something. Larry actually showed me something where they were, saying what days to work with fragrances and essence. And I was saying that all this stuff adds up. So there is certain days, like even going into food, people don't even know this, but your body burns certain calories on certain days more rapidly than on other days. And I can tell you exactly how that worked because I used to know about this when I was modeling and stuff. I want to say your metabolism is faster Thursday through Sunday and it's slower Monday to Wednesday. It's something like that. I don't know, but like I said, a lot of people don't know that. So the same thing with your other frequencies and vibrations, right? Your biorhythm and algorithms. I think just biorhythms. Your biorhythms. Everything. There's a season for everything. There's a time for everything. There's a time to sow a seed. There's a time to harvest what you planted. And so, anyway, let's get some water. Just the damn water. So yes, energy manipulation, knowing when, where, why, and how to do things. That's what makes you a good magi. It's not about knowing a million spells. It's not about doing a million rituals. It's about really doing the work and also learning, okay, wait a minute. I noticed when I did this ritual at this time or on this day or in the daytime, because everybody's not a daytime witch. Everybody's not a nighttime witch. And I mean that energetically. Some people are more powerful in the daytime with their work. Some people are more powerful at nighttime with their work. So it just depends on you, your energy, and this is why you practice. They say practice the craft. Figure out what works for you. If it works for you, keep doing it. If it doesn't work for you, stop doing it. If you say, listen, I noticed when I did this money ritual on this day at this time, this happened. And then I noticed when I did at this time, it took longer. So now you kind of play with it. And even going into notebooks and grimoires and books of shadows, all of this stuff. Of course, now we're getting to the Western world shit, you know. But yeah, learning, writing stuff down and saying, okay, wow, I just did this 3 months ago. So yeah, all energies are able to be manipulated. You have to learn how to do that. And that's why you practice. And my sinuses are draining. That's like you swallowed to you. Love and light. Yes. Thank you, Norma. Thank you so much. Yes. Yes, honey. Now I will say this, Jay, and I always tell people this. So something happened. I want to say a month. No, it's been 2 or 3 months now. One of my clients hit me up, and they actually wanted some work done. Now they were kind of procrastinating. She know who she is. They were kind of procrastinating for like 2 weeks, and I was actually getting annoyed because I was getting an email from this person every couple of days, but there was no action. So I was like, girl. So anyway, we did the work. We did the work very, very close to the time that she needed the results. And we did not get 100% right, especially right now. That's what I tell people. Things are so open. Things are busted wide open right now. This is the perfect time to manifest. People out here doing these PPP loans and unemployment, EDD frauds, all this good shit. Honey, you don't have to do that shit. The way that things are set up right now, okay, and I think of 11/11, things are, portals and doors are open wide for you right now. It's the perfect time to accomplish your goals and your dreams. And energetically, shifting that energy is perfect. It's just waiting for you to open the door. So, like I said, going into that, perfect time for manifesting. So she did not get 100% of what she wanted, but she got 80%, because 100% was them not leaving and doing what they wanted to do, period. But she wanted somebody to be stuck right there in their tracks and to stop. Of course they went, but they didn't get to where they were getting to. And then that manifests in something else too, because they wanted something else as well. And so it worked hand in hand. So this happened, and it worked collectively. And so, like I said, if you're trying to do something January of 2022, it's good to start working that energy now. It's good to start working that energy now. So that way, if anything comes up, then you can nip it right in the butt and keep doing it. But that last minute stuff, it does not yield you 100% results because of just how it is. So I do believe that energy could be manipulated on all situations, and all your results can happen. And I believe in this. So to tell you guys, I'm spiritual, and I'm into spirituality 24/7 because of my experiences. If I did magic 100, let's say every time I do magic, that would be 100%, and I only get 40% of what I'm working on, or even 70%, or even 80%, I would probably not do magic that much, because I would say, damn, I'm wasting my time and energy because things are not working out. Like, I would be like, yeah, I'm done. Like, y'all wouldn't hear from me no more. I'll be done. Like, bitch, I ain't doing this. But because I know what spirit do, I know the ability of spirit. And even when you're not doing working, we talk about this in the Ganesha class, raising your frequency, your spiritual powers. Spiritual powers is not just about doing things and saying, I want this bitch to be fucked up, and you're going to burn some candles and fuck her up. Spiritual ability is saying, I want $1 million, and energy starts showing you quickly, like, this is what it is. And of course, going into, if you need $1 million, if you don't need it, it's not going to happen. But even going into the sense of saying, I want this, I want that, and bam, the universe will work it out, because it's about magnetism and raising your spiritual powers. And so, like I said, you definitely could get all the things that you want based on you and your abilities to manipulate and to transmutate energy in all situations. That's what I said, honey. When you wake up, your God and Goddess frequency, honey, Goddess is not just about, well, excuse me. Layman people say king, queen. What's up, queen? What's up, king? Yeah, honey, I'm not going to call you that if you're still in your lower stuff. I'm not going to call you that if you're still traumatized and still being subservient to other people's domination. I'm not going to call you that because kingdom and queendom is in the head. Operating in your crown chakra, operating beyond that. That's what makes you a god or a goddess. Being able to say, you know what, today I'm not wanting to deal with A, B, C, D, F, G. You know what, I'm noticing this person is sickening my spirit and they're stunting my growth and they're blocking my blessings. Let me stop fucking with them on a regular basis until you get to that point. Like you're not a god or a goddess. I don't care what nobody says. You're not in that realm. You could be a princess. You could be a prince. You could be, whatever, high priestess, whatever you want to call yourself. But as far as going into a goddess and all that, yeah, you're not there yet because you're still letting people, persons, places, and things stop you from getting what you need to get to. You're letting them poison you. You're letting them poison your mind with ideas, and you're not beautiful. You're fat. You're sick. You're ugly. You're too old. You act too old. You act too young. You act too slutty. You act this. You do that. You're letting them get into that. And so you need to step back and say, okay, today I'm not dealing with that. Tomorrow I'm not dealing with that. I'm not going to entertain that for a year. I'm going to take a break from that for a month. And you will start to waken up. And also even going to being alone, alone and all that. Honey, that's the best thing you could do for yourself is be alone. It's to detach yourself from person, places, and things. That's when you step into who you are and you feel free. Like you want to know what freedom is? Freeing your mind, freeing your energy, freeing your space, detach yourself from person, place, or things that have you shackled down. And even going into prison stuff, you're prisoned in your mind first, and then it manifests into a physical reality. Just like love. You're loved in your mind first. You're loved here in the inside first. You're loved at home first, and then it manifests into the physical. So that's how you're gonna find your soulmate. Oh my God, this man is everything I want. That's how you're gonna find it. I told you guys before, going into my experiences, the men I manifested, the experiences I manifested. Looking back on it now, like I'm having like an out of body experience. Like little old me, little old trans me had these experiences. And I literally manifested these experiences to me. Like I literally did it. And of course, the outcome of 90% of it was not really that good because when I was manifesting that work, I was broken. When I was manifesting that work, my mental was fucked up. When I was manifesting my work, I was still under the servitude of society. Like you're trans, so you should only be in a box. You should only deal with this type of people. I was still in that energy too. So when I manifested these people, I was like, wait a minute. It was partial. Like, wait a minute. So I could manifest a heterosexual identifying man. I could manifest that. I don't have to deal with men who are closeted. Like, yeah, bam. And then sure enough, the other shit came because I was not fully in that space. So that's why I said being broken, being emotionally unstable, being mentally unstable, all that stuff, and not finding a balance naturally. Okay, we're talking about naturally through affirmations. Those are very simple things to do to change your mental thought process. Without you getting into that, honey, you're not going to manifest fully the man you want. You're going to have to do some binding rituals to bind a man down who really don't want you. Do you really want that? Do you really want a man or a woman who really don't want you? Who can't really fully give 100% of themselves to you? And you can't give yourself 100% to them? Like, that's what I tell people. Trust and miscommunication is fucked up on all relationships. Friendship, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, and wife, girl. We cannot be friends if I cannot trust you, not even 50%, because you'll never get 100% trust. But if I can't even trust you 50%, we cannot be friends. If I cannot trust you at least 50%, we cannot be dating. Communication. If you cannot fully tell me how you feel, or I cannot fully tell you how I feel without you getting offended, this we can't. We can't. Because I'm not going to say, oh my God, let me not say that because this might be offensive. Like, honey, if we're connected, you know what I'm saying does not come from a fucked up place. You know what I'm saying comes from a good place. And that's in all things. So, girl, just like using the word bitch. Oh, I don't like that word bitch. You call bitch, I don't like that. Oh, girl, we can't be friends. We can't be friends, bitch, because that bitch is a whole other word. And the crazy thing about it is you let your baby daddy call you a bitch, a whole slut, and a freak. You let him get you all these kids and leave you, but little old me had nothing to do with that. Call you a bitch. You get offended by that? Get off my damn phone, girl. Blocked. Anyway, let me go. Hello, Edibus. I know, Edibus, I still have not called you. I know. Pardon me. Pardon me, Edibus. Pardon me. Pardon me. You know, maybe I'll call you a little bit if you're free a little later. I'll call you for a little bit, Edibus. Okay? And ow. I mean, for the test, say a blood type test. Oh. Jay, what kind of blood? You don't have to tell me, because now I'm getting some tea right now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I want to ask y'all something, because this keeps coming up for me. This keeps coming up for me. I'm going to look this up. This is a side note right now. So when I did the Selena's reading, there was a name that kept coming up, Demario. And I was seeing a lot of stuff, and I do believe some of the stuff that was coming up was for Selena. But now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I wonder if the stuff that was coming up for in that reading, not all of it, was also Edie's, because even going into today, how that came up. Like, I feel like energies connect with you physically, and then also when they pass on, whether you know them or not, like personally. And I think even in the spirit it's there, because even right now, like I feel her energy. And we're talking about Edie's. I feel her energy. I feel the energy I felt when I would talk to her on the phone and we did our videos and stuff. So that day I did that reading. I'm gonna have to look. I want to know what day I did that reading on, to see, because they're still investigating that shit. And like I said, Demario, something came up with Demario, and I do feel like the situation, she was connected to the person. So anyway, I just want to share that out because that keeps coming up, honey. Yes, honey, I'm gonna call you right. You want me to call you, or you don't, Edibus? You want me to give you that call? You don't want me to give you that call? Okay. Hello, Rico. How are you, Rico? Yes, honey. Thank you, Rico. Yes, thank you, Rico. I sing you love. I sing you light. I sing you protection. And also, y'all, this weekend I'm doing something for the Divine Feminine for all of you. All of you who've taken classes, past, present, and future. All of you who got casework done. We are sending out Divine Mothering Energy. The month of May is Mother. If you don't know, Maya. Okay, Maya, Mother Energy. The month of May, it represents that. Of course, going into, Spanish Cinco de Mayo, they make you think it's a father energy when it's really not. Because you have Junio, you have Julio, you have Augusto, okay? But May, okay? May deals with that divine feminine energy. Also going into number 5, we give a shout out to Mother Oshun and those who are daughters and sons of Mother Oshun. We give love and light to you. Okay, we give it to you, even though that September, we know that September, y'all, is the 9th month of the year. And that's why a lot of these divine beings, feminine energies, are celebrated in September. Their feast day is in September, because September, of course, is 9. 9 is a feminine number, Femma 9. Okay, so anyway, we'll need to go on to that. But I'm going to be doing something for you guys to give thanks to the divine feminine, to the divine mother, to our mothers, whether your mother is Jimaya, whether your mother is Yewa, whether your mother is Morgana, whether your mother is Hathor, whether your mother is Ganesha. I said what I said. Whether your mother is Kalima, whether your mother is Oya. Okay, we're gonna light a tea to the divine feminine, and that energy will fall where it needs to fall out, because I'm so appreciative of you all, and I'm so appreciative of the divine feminine for allowing you guys to come on in here. And yes, we love the divine masculine. Yes, the divine masculine is all that we're being, but spiritually speaking, the divine masculine has to step back. We know the divine masculine is physical, so the strategizing, knowing how to protect yourself when maneuvering through the mundane world. And we know that the divine feminine deals with success with the emotional body and the spiritual bodies. So we want to give praise, we want to give thanks, we want to give honor and positive vibes to divine feminine, to Lady Guadalupe, to Mother Guadalupe, Mother Santa Marta. And of course, going into that, Edie's was a very fond believer of Santa Manta. We know Santa Muerte. And that was Edie's matron. That was her mother. And so she was resting with her mother. Come on in here. Because we know that no matter how vicious the death is, eventually they find their life. And that's another thing too that I'll be thinking about too, because that's the whole purpose of lighting vigils and stuff. Like, I don't know if people just light candles for people just to light them. But light candles for people is to allow them to go to the light. It's to ask for the ancestors and their spirits to come in and to walk them into the celestial realms. That's what you're doing it for. You're not doing it just to do it. So I find it shocking, especially when I do readings for people who have deceased loved ones that have passed on, or I get visitations for deceased people. I'm just like, nobody ever lit a candle for them to go on. Like, when my sister first passed away, I immediately jumped on that. Like, I wanted her in her 40 days of purgatory to not be binded and bound to the earth realm. Earth got 9 different realms, but anyway, we won't get into that. But yes, I want her to be free and to flourish and to move through the realms that she needs to move through to strengthen her spirit, to exist, to express who her essence is. So I'm like, do people just like essence? And even going into Selena, when I did the Selena read, I was like, that's actually crazy that people lit candles, but it was in veneration for. It wasn't saying, Selena, go to the light. Selena, go on, move on. Selena, expand yourself. Selena, come into, release that, go into yourself. Selena, you are a goddess, let go of your earthly trauma, like, it really amazes me. Yes, I wanted to state fair the other day. I went to the state fair. I'm sorry. So many Selena t-shirts. Oh, see how that energy is coming up? And now Beyonce released a day ago or something that she had experience with Selena. I'm telling y'all, Selena was everywhere, y'all. Everywhere. Everywhere since last year. Like, September of last year is when it started. I went to Ultra Beauty and I saw this lady and I said, wow, she had these very long red nails. And I don't know if she was Hispanic or Arabic or I don't know what. Because that's why I don't identify people by race. I saw this Hispanic woman. I saw this Black woman, because you don't know. A lot of people are Black and white and they look Hispanic. A lot of people are Black and they're something else. Like, anyway, so I saw this woman and I was with my friend and I just kept feeling the Selena energy. And I'm like, I want to say this. Like, you really, give me the Selena vibes. Bam, y'all, bam. Sure enough, she pulls out her phone. It's the Selena case. She's like, I love her. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, how old are you? And she's like, I'm 19. I'm like, oh yeah, you were not even thought of when she got murdered. But y'all, that energy started there. And then going after that, then this happened, and this happened, and this happened. That happened. People this, and people this, and just crazy shit, y'all. Even something actually freaks me out. After I did the Selena's reading, I went to a country city filled with a lot of Hispanic farmers, Mexican farmers. And I turned, oh God, I'm getting chills right now. Oh, I'm getting chills right now. And my eyes getting watery and shit. I don't know if y'all ever got those chills where your eyes get watery in your mouth, it squirts. It's like, but I go to this city, and the city was built off of the farmers, the Mexican farmers. And the city looks beautiful now. Like, back then, I think they said even like in the 90s was very country. Like, all the houses were old school, like, farmers. But now they got houses. They have like new houses they're building. So I turn off the freeway and I make a left on this road. And I should actually go back there and take a picture of y'all. And there was a bus that looked like the first Selena bus that Selena and them was on, parked at that house, y'all. And I literally was like, oh my God, you won't believe it. I don't know if I was on the phone with Julie, I was on the phone with my other friend, but I was like, girl, why is there a Selena looking bus right here parked in this driveway? And I just said, wow. And to me, that was symbolic for saying these people right here were farmers. They worked hard for their money, and now they made their way out. And so that bus meant something to them. And that connected me once again to the Selena experience. And so, like I said, there's so much with that, y'all. There's so much. Like, I can't even express to y'all. Y'all might think that I'm weird. Like, I tell you so much connections that I felt with Selena, that I've always had with Selena, even from a kid. Just crazy, y'all. Even the fact that she passing away, in March, and also going into her dying at 23 years old. Like, y'all, it's some crazy shit. So yes, honey, we give love and light to Selena. Yes, honey. I'm out shopping now. Catch the okay. Thank you, Rika. Oh God, my eyes are so watery, honey. I can barely see what the hell this is saying. Come here, Lady K. Yes, rest and relax. Yes. And these cultures today try and portray the masculine as spiritual and the feminine as material. You know why they do that, though? Because men or society, but I've noticed this for men more, they have said that women are gold diggers. Women are about money and pay my bills if you want to, and and so I say this too because this is a little side note for me. So once again, I consider myself a goddess, and I'm single because, in my opinion, if I can make a certain amount of money by myself, what's the point of me getting a man if he cannot provide for me the same way I can provide for myself? What's the point in that? Like, we've been taught for years, and of course that's the same mentality. Back in the day, people married to get married into wealth, to have a better life. Like, the parents could not afford, now we're going into this, parents could not afford to take care of 20 kids, so they would allow their 13-year-old daughter, 14-year-old daughter to go off and marry, so that way that man could take care of her, and then she could provide whatever. So now we have a shift to where we're saying, well, I can make my own money. So what can you provide for me outside of penis? And so that's what we're down to. So they think that women are gold diggers on it. So like I said, for me, I consider myself a goddess. If I'm gonna date a man, he needs to be able to provide for me fully. I'm not saying I'm gonna lean on him and say, hey, baby, provide for me all day. But you need to be able to match me or handle me and you both. Because dominance, okay, it costs to be the boss. For you to come in and have that they call it the big dick energy. Ain't no big dick energy. It's big wallet energy, honey. For you to have that big wallet energy, bitch, you got to be able to come and say, okay, bitch, how much is your rent? How much your car payment? How much is all your expenses? I got you. Once I know that you got me, now I can fully open myself and say, okay, oh my God, I trust this person. But once again, that's why they're like that. Society is saying it's not about money. It's about relationships. It's about companionship. I can have friends for that. My friendships are not based on money. My friendships are not based on education. What you can do for me overall. Yes, you gotta be able to match me intellectually, spiritually, or financially, because bitch, I'm not paying for shit for you. Oh, girl, can you cover this, cover that? No. And like I told one of my friends, girl, even if I was a millionaire, there's no shade with you. If I can do it, you can do it. So instead of you asking, hey girl, let me hold a couple of thousand, why not say, girl, how can I get on your level? How can I make what you're making? Why not ask that? Now you ask that. Now I'm like, yes, I'm down open and blah, blah, blah. But like I said, that's why they say that, because women are about the physical stuff. But it's like, honey, we're in a third dimension, honey. We need all that. And like I said, for me, it costs me the boss. For you to be dominant over me, for you to dominate everything, baby, you got to have the finances. And if you don't have the finances, there's nothing we can do for each other. Sorry, there's nothing we can do for each other, honey. As a man, you're intellect. You're able to strategize. You're able to say, listen, this is how I get up out of that. That's what I said. going into boys, going into people raising boys and not men and even women. That's how you know if you're with a boy or with a man. If you're with a boy, you need to let him go be a boy. Okay? Let him go be with other people like him, other immature, spiritually immature, mentally immature, emotionally immature people. Is when he tell you, or he not trying to get a job. Oh, baby, yeah, we can make the money together, or you make the money for me. He coming to you for the money. Right there, that's a red flag right there. Because, bitch, I don't care nobody say what race you are, no matter. As a man, you can get a job. As a man, you can get this. As a man, you can get whatever you want as a man. I don't care what nobody say. Men have privileges. Black men, white men, Hispanic man, Asian man, bitch. You have motherfucking privileges. Okay? So you can figure that shit out. But the idea that you cannot figure it out and you want to lean on a woman for that, that's some punk shit. And I ain't taking that back. And you woman that's out here enabling that shit, as I said, I'm single. I'm single, honey. He call you for $1, you got it for him. He call you for 100, you give it to him. Bitch, not I. Honey, what can you give me? Now we're investing together. That means for 5 or 10 years, baby, you took care of me, you invested in me, and now you have a little bump in the road, and you say, listen, one time, hey, listen, mama, goddess, my husbands are going to call me goddess. And I said husbands, so I'm being a polygamous relationship. My husbands are going to call me goddess, okay? And when we get married, queen, but before then, goddess. Okay, they call me goddess, queen, mother. They call me the fuck, but that's what they're going to call me. So, like I said, you have a little bump in the, a little bump. Goddess, hey, I invested, 10 mil for us to, be that girl, for us to be that girl and that guy, but something happened. So I need to hold like a couple of hundred until, this recovers and then whatever. I got no problem with that. But bitch, you haven't invested a motherfucking thing but some babies? No, you'll figure it out. No, I can't help you. And I'm breaking it off. I'm breaking it off. I don't care what nobody said, bitch, you judge me once, girl. I'm not dealing with that. Men can figure it out, honey. 2021, you can figure it out, girl. You can work any job you want, especially right now, people want to quit jobs and shit anyway. You can work at McDonald's, you can work at Walmart, you can work any place you want to work right now. Honey. You ain't living off of me, honey. Oh, hell no. You provide financially, I provide everything else. I'll give you the sex when you want it. I'll cook for you when you want it. Now, we're going to get housekeepers and shit, bitch. Because I ain't being a servant like that. Okay, I'll be a sex servant for my man because I think food and sex ties in. So cooking meals and giving sex when he needs it. Okay, hello? I'm down for that. Okay. But that other shit right there, yeah, bitch. We're gonna hire Becky. Okay. Becky, can you handle that? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. But anyway. Come on in here, Grand Madam. Yes, honey. What brought in the Selena energy? I have no idea. I have no idea. Outside of me speaking up on it, like I gave that reading. Outside of that, I don't know. I don't know why it came up, Grand Madam. Honestly, I really don't. I don't. I love Selena, though. It could have been Spirit showing me because going into September and going into now, I didn't know that the things that have manifested now, I didn't know it's going to manifest now. There you go. There you go. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Oh, shit. I don't know. Edibles, I'll send you an email. I'll send you an email, honey. Okay. Is it nice to be in the chat during the day? I know that's right. Grand Madam, watch yourself, Grand Madam. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Larry. Grand Madam, let me like this stage for you, Grand Madam. Grand Madam, let me like this stage for you right now. I know it's love, Grand Madam. Why? Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Turn of the 20th century, it was believed that women did not have souls. I think I saw that in Path of the Masters 1930s. No wonder they wouldn't let me be a priest. I know that's right. Well, hey, take that as a compliment. They didn't think that woman had a soul. See, I mean, this is just my opinion, and that's why I think this. See, I think everything from the past always come up. I think this is why there's so much hate on questioning men's gender, not gender, sexual orientation, because of the experiences back in the day. You would think that these men were homosexuals. You would think that all these men were homosexuals because, and this is just my opinion, people, and I hope y'all don't get offended by this, but me being who I am, a two-spirited person, I feel like I can speak about this. I don't want to be around women all day or men all day. I'm sorry, I don't want to smell balls all day. I don't want to smell vagina all day. I don't want to smell none of that. Like for me, like I don't want to smell all that. So the fact for me that a lot of men want to hang out with nothing but men all day, I'm a little like, something's going on with that. The fact that women want to be, I'm at my friend's house. Oh, we hanging out. Like, the fact you want to, that's a little bit of some tea there, girl. There's some bromance and cis-mans going on there. Because, girl, so like I said, I think that's what has spewed. I think that because of the oppression of the divine feminine for so long, of the oppression of women and women cannot vote and women cannot that, now it has manifested as homophobic things. The energy is manifested as homophobic things. So when they see two men doubling up or man becoming whatever it is, then it's like, yeah, let me give the bitch what they gave me. And that's why I said, people that are women who that are acceptance and tolerance of trans people and feminine men and all that good stuff, honey, they are definitely goddesses. And I mean, like, genuinely have no ill feelings. Like, oh, girl, this is a man. He didn't get what I get. Oh, no, I don't know what how pretty this bitch is. This for nigga. Oh, no, this is a gay man. Oh, girl, I'm sick of the gay man feeling our man. Like, girl, because women have been through a lot. The divine feminine have been through so much oppression. And of course, that's changing. I told y'all years ago, Mother Isis is waking up. Woo! Come on in here. Mother Isis is waking up. The divine feminine is coming in. She is waking up. Her shackles is being broke. Every time I think about divine feminine, I think about the divine feminine being shackled down with all these chains. And literally every year, these chains are breaking off. Every month, these chains are breaking. And it's so many. So like I said, divine feminine has been through so much stuff. And now divine masculine is seeing what divine feminine has been through, because now we're seeing it with the Mars energy. And police officers represent the Mars energy. That's why I said I step back and I look at things spiritually. Physically, it may come across as this, and that, and it's the blue versus the this and that. That's what it looks like physically. But spiritually, I'm like, no. That is divine masculine fucking up divine masculine, because divine masculine is now chastising itself. That man is now coming in and teaching that boy how to be a man, because for so long in his ignorance, divine masculine said, oh no, honey, ooh, that's too feminine. Oh, I'm not accepting that. Oh no, oh no, honey. Oh no, honey, that's too girly. Oh no, my son ain't doing that. Oh no. Now things are changing. And people are afraid. Oh my God, the world is ending. The world is this. Oh my God, this is horrible, y'all. What's going on? Things are changing because once again, divine feminine is coming to herself. Divine feminine is coming into herself. She's awakening up. She's waking up. She's cutting things off. She's leaving people alone. And it's in all areas of life. It's not just dealing with the divine masculine. Some of these divine feminine energies, and as I say, divine masculine, divine feminine is not male or female. Divine masculine is energy. A lot of females have divine masculine energy, and a lot of males have divine feminine energy. And we're talking about heterosexual people. It also don't mean because they're a part of divine feminine that they're gay or that they're trans or that they, that's not what that means neither. With divine feminine, you're in touch with your emotions. You're about expressing yourself. You're about saying what you feel and meaning what you feel, and don't apologize for it. But of course, prior to that, when divine masculine was in total ruling, it was, you better not talk about it. Oh, you sick, you better not say it. Oh, he touched you, you better not say it. Oh, you want to fuck somebody? You better not say it. Oh, you want to go? Oh, shh. Things are changing. And we give thanks to the universe. Come on in here. We give thanks to the universal God for bring that to bring that balance in. Because they've been like this for so many years. Divine feminine, divine masculine. Okay. When divine feminine was here, girl, they started trying to teeter totter. And of course we had a whole bunch of shit take place. We won't even go into that. The dark ages and shit. But now it's starting to even back up, and we're seeing it in the physical. We're seeing a change in the earth. We're seeing a change in the weather. We're seeing a change in love. We're seeing a change in magic. We're seeing a change in all this. That's why I said, honey, you're a real witch. You shouldn't be out here having money problems. You're a real witch. You shouldn't be out here having to scam people and do PPP fraud and shit to get ahead. You're a witch. You shouldn't have to do those things. You shouldn't have to do those things, because even male witches, even men who identify as men who are still in magical arts, you're still dealing with divine feminine, because divine femininity is motherfucking magic. Divine masculine is the opposite of that. It's not anti-magic, but it's definitely, oh, I'm not doing a ritual. I'm going to just go out and do it myself. Oh, girl, so you got a job because you lit a candle. You didn't get a job because you applied for that job. Well, first of all, that's why we say you got to have a balance of divine feminine, divine masculine. First of all, you have to do the work, which is the masculine energy, and then you have to do the physical work, and then you have to do the spiritual work and let spirit do what it needs to do. So that's the balance, and that's why things manifest. You cannot do the divine feminine energy only, which is only like the candles, only do the readings and not do the work and expect results. Or you cannot only, once again, strategize and, oh, I'm going to plan this out, plan this out. That's why they say when a man makes a plan, God laughs. It has to be a balance. And that's where you find your success at. Come on in here, River City. You glad for it? Thank you, honey. Al, let me go into it. Al, yes, honey. Al, I need to do my priestess training. You need to. Yes, honey. Hey, Mr. Chat, I'm surprised to see you while there's still daylight. I know, River City. Everybody said that. I know. You know, I have to stop. I'd stop through here, River City. A fellow trans sister was killed 2 weeks ago. That I didn't know about until this week. And then even going into another trans sister who was also taken out this week. Well, this week she actually was taken out. And so, like I said, just for me, it puts my mind in a different space. Like, I'm in a different space right now. So, yes, that's why I'm here. I know women who like bum guys. Oh, my God. And you need to cut off your friendships with them. Like, you know what? Listen, maybe not cut off your friendships with them, Lady K, but keep your distance. Like for me, it will say in this year, I'm learning that friends and people you deal with are not always going to be on your frequency 100%. But this is why you limit yourself with them. You don't have to talk to them every day. You don't have to hang out with them every day. Because of course you build things for people. So it's not always about, oh girl, you got to be like me for us to be friends. I don't want my friends to be like me. Right? So, like I said, you have to cut your ties with people. Hey, today we'll talk. And don't even plan it out. I'll talk to you when I can, or when I feel connected to. If not, we keep it moving. And like I said, you need to deal with people on a day-to-day basis who are on your frequency, who have your mindset, who is on your frequency emotionally, spiritually, physically, like who is there. People who are not as ambitious as you. People who are not as, like I said, in your space. You need to not fuck with them on a day-to-day basis, because that actually blocks. That actually shut things down. And that's what I'm really learning to fully take accountability for. Like, listen, honey, I gotta go. We good. We sisters. You're my brother. But yeah, I gotta go. It's like family, honey. Hi and bye. You can't really, every day, all day. Hey, come on, let's hang out. That's it. Yeah, honey. Mm-mm. Yes, honey. Thank you. Come on in here. Yes, you gotta come off, Lady K. Cut him off. Cut him off. Yes, y'all. Listen, y'all. And I said this almost an hour ago, probably. River, yes, honey. Ow. Hello, Barbie Balenciaga. How are you? I'm seeing you after 3 years. Miss you. Hope you are doing good. I love you. Thank you, Barbie Balenciaga. It's been 3 whole years. Oh wow. I am so grateful. Thank you so much, Barbie Balenciaga. Are you from the house of Balenciaga? Yes. Aga. Aga. Let me stop. Listen. Yes, honey. Thank you, Barbie. I would say it's masculine energy. The next level, divine masculine energy. Next level, it's divine masculine God energy. Just my opinion. Oh, you think it is? Oh, wow. Okay, Larry. Okay, Larry. You talk about divine masculine energy with what? I know I wasn't reading and I caught that late. Divine masculine energy with what, Larry? With what? That's why science progresses into something so physical with the rise of the masculine. There you go. Yes. Yes. And that's what I tell you guys. So think of it as this. So divine, okay, divine masculine energy is the interpreter. Okay. Divine feminine energy it just is. So the divine masculine will always interpret what the divine feminine is feeling and or sends or transmit. So even going into being a spiritual person, right? Me being a vessel, me being an interpreter of spirit, I have to be in touch with my divine masculine energy and divine feminine energy at the same time because I have to interpret what the divine feminine is saying, and then I also have to be able to tap into divine feminine to interpret what divine feminine is saying. So the same thing with these scientists stuff. They're doing everything in their power. That's what I said. I think it's mixed up with lies and truth. They're doing everything in their power. Oh my God, y'all! This just touched out like wow. So there are theories going around that Harriet Tubman was a fictional character. Now, I always wonder why people never try to tap into that frequency. I've never seen a spirituals out there. Maybe you guys can point it out. If you guys have, say, let me pull up Harriet Tubman energy to free my black folks. I've never heard of that. But someone, Dane Calloway, actually threw out the idea that Harriet Tubman is a fictional character and that Underground Railroads was actually freeing slaves. It was actually a literal railroad, but also being interpreted as people quitting their jobs, the slave being the worker. So I'm saying this to say, going into interpreting, right, or witch talking, I think that the scientists use double talk. Okay, me dealing with the occult, and knowing some great occultists, seeing things from beneath the surface. That's that Pluto energy, and also going into the realm of Pluto. People don't understand that Pluto, Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, all these places are realms. They're spheres of energy. Those who took the class Art of Conjure, and there's another one we talk about too. I always forget the name of that damn class. Art of Conjure and something else. I think we did a separate class and we did 5 classes together. Anyway, we go over that. We go over these places being spheres of energy and realms. So divine masculine uses science to interpret divine feminine. And when they cannot interpret what divine feminine is saying, they will discredit and say, well, science can't prove it, so it's not real. And they also do everything in their power to discredit divine feminine. That's why I said divine masculine. They said that science was meant to discredit God and say there's no God. So they do everything in their power and say, well, if God is real, then why this happened? So it's a fight of divine masculine, divine feminine. So, like I said, with that being said, scientists do interpret divine feminine, and scientists progressing, the information that they're interpreting have always been here. There are thousands of years ahead, but they wait to drop things away. Girl, like y'all, this is why we feel like time is speeding up because things are being so released and energetically things are being opened. Spirit is coming in, spirits are coming in, and things are shifting. We have old worlds dying out, we have new worlds being created. There's a shift. It's kind of like beating a level. When you're playing a video game, you're on level 23, you remember level 1, but you don't go back. Oh, let me go back to 1 to redo that. So it's about evolving. That's why we talk about evolution, and even the opposite of evolve is love. And we say that God is love. So evolve represents divine masculine and love represents divine feminine. But anyway, so yes, science is progressing. Yeah, Anubis is so smart. You are so smart, baby. You are a smart little baby. Anubis is so smart, y'all. Anubis needs my energy. He needs my attention a lot. And he knows that I keep looking out this window. So the whole time he's on the side of me, he's over here and he's trying to get my attention. But he noticed that I'm looking over here a lot. So he goes sits over here. And he's over here trying to play with this. I got this huge unicorn bear. It's like probably 3 feet. No, it's probably 6 feet by 3 feet. It's very big and very long. He's playing with it and he's tumbling with it and it's falling on him. He's climbing out. So yeah, so smart, honey. But anyway, there you go. Yes, honey. Yes, science is progressing because of I'm masculine, honey. What are you doing? Yes, thank you. Thank you, River City, honey. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Yes, I love you. Do you still pray to Lord Ganesha? Of course I do. Of course I do. Yes, Ganesha has his own corner of my house. Mm-hmm. Me and my sister, we were actually looking a couple of months ago for a huge Ganesha statue. I went to this Indian store, and I don't remember where I went to. Oh my god, I gotta think of where I went to the Indian store at, y'all. Oh my god, I went to an Indian store somewhere in California, and they had a huge Ganesha statue, y'all. Y'all probably saw my old videos. This big, this wide, and it was made from clay. And the man only charged me $5 for it. And oh my God, y'all, like I want that outside my door. I want that outside my door. I have little statues of Ganesha. The biggest one is probably like this. But I'm like, yeah, I want him outside my door. But definitely, Ganesha's in my everyday affairs, honey. Yes, honey. We give love to Ganesha. Yes. 2 years ago, there was a trans woman killed in Pompano Beach. All the time. And it's crazy. Like I try not to think about that because I feel like also it's some mind control stuff with this. Like we're 1% of the population. So every day somebody is passing away. Every second someone is dying. So even the 1% of the population has to go too. But that's why every time when I see that someone trans have been murdered or taken out, I literally think about, were they murdered because they were trans or just so happened they were trans and they were murdered? And then I tell you this too, like I know girls who were shady people. And I'm not saying that shadiness condones things, but it's like when you play with fire, you get burned. And my mom would always say this, when you play with fire, you get burned. And so you live by the sword, you die by the sword. So it's like we know what we are, no matter how delusional we are, no matter what is. And this is why I tell people, you are a trans experience, see a therapist. Because I identify as a woman, but I know that I was born intersex. And I know that my anatomy is different from 99% of women. I know that. So I would never put myself in a situation where it's like, okay, I know my anatomy is different, but I'm going to steal pussy stuff. And that's what they call it. I'm not going to do that. Like common sense steps in for me and say, girl, you know what I mean? Girl, watch yourself. So it's like, honey, for me, like I said, I know girls who've done same shit. And then, well, I'm a woman. And back then when they were taking out, they would say shit like, oh, well, the world failed her because she was a woman and they didn't see it. And it's like, but she's a woman of a different experience though. And we cannot negate that. We cannot ignore that. We cannot say, we can't be there. Like we have to still be smart. And we got to still say, oh my God, it's a different experience. And so, like I said, when you play with fire, and even going into men, and we can talk about this, men are, not all, but men usually operate from the physical. They usually use their conscious mind only. There are men who are in touch with their feminine side, and these men are a little more understanding of the trans experience and people who are different. So they're not out here slaying, regardless, and they don't have to be sexually attracted. I like this person for this person, and just happen they're trans. So that right there is a man who is comfortable with his divine feminine side. And so femininity does not defend, it does not offend him. But we have men who are not in touch with that, who grew up with father issues and mother issues. And they're out here hurting. We'll say women who were born anatomically women. They're out here hurting anatomical women. So why wouldn't they hurt us? Like, so we're in a different category. We're better than because we are of the trans experience. So it's like, for me, that's where it's at for me. Like, is it always because they're trans? And like I said, I know people. I have trans people that I knew for a long time that were taken out. That nobody know what happened to. They were murdered. They were taken out, and they don't know the killers. I know people that were trans that I was with that I do know. They do know who murdered them. It was their boyfriend. It was their husband. It was their lover. And these are people that were public. So you cannot say these people were taken out because they didn't tell the man what they were, because these men knew. Going into Christina or Gustina, going into Gustina over there in Colorado, her man knew that she was trans. He went to court with her for the name change. He knew publicly, everybody knew this man was into trans, but something happened in his mind. And that's why I tell people who are trans experienced, it's okay to date men who are not into the trans stuff, but make sure you see a therapist. Because being a trans person, that's a whole nother frequency. And that takes a whole nother level of understanding. And for a man to say, well, I see you as a woman, but you're not 100% that. You're a woman of a different experience. He has to be able to grasp that 360. But what happened is these men are only grasping it 180, 150. And then the other side, something gets triggered, something gets, very similar to, like I said, a woman who's born anatomically a female. Something gets triggered with this man to where he puts his hands on her, or he actually takes her out. There's women that also been murdered by their boyfriends, by their brothers, by their cousins, by their neighbors. So it does not mean that it's just because you're trans. There's things that happen. And so once again, like I always say, I know girls, and going into my experience with trans women, I know girls who like to pull stunts. I know girls who were transgender escorts and they put up fake ads, they catfish. They had a man thinking that he coming over to get this fine transgender, and he opened the door and he's seeing Shanae. And I'm saying Shanae in the sense of he's seeing a boy like just throwing a wig and stuff. And girl. So, like I said, when you're playing with that, and already the man is in his root chakra, because of course the root chakra is very powerful. And that's what people got to understand. Sex, and that's why a lot of prostitutes get injured, whether they're trans, cis, whatever. They get hurt too, because when a man is in his root, he's at his primitive state. Women too, not just man, women. That's why you hear women killers too. They find out the man is cheating and they come and they take out the man and lover. Women too. But in the root chakra, that is us in our primitive state. So now you're playing with somebody's emotions and their horniness. Like, things is bound to go down. That's why I said there's no plan when it comes to that. So like I said, I know girls who are not here right now who used to play those games, who used to post fake ads. I know a girl down there in New Orleans who was taken out by her and her boyfriend years ago, and they were looking for people to adopt their dog. They had a black lab. They used to rob the clients. The clients will come to the house, he'll give out the money. The boyfriend come running out the bathroom, the client leave out. And I can guarantee you that the boyfriend got taken out, she got taken out by one of those damn clients. So that's that. You cannot do that. I know another trans woman who is still living by the grace of God. Come on in here, by the grace of fucking God, who used to do the same stunts too. You didn't have her money, she recording you. Oh, you don't got the money? I'm putting this on Facebook. And one of the clients said, bitch, I'm coming back for you. Bitch, and she left and she left out of town. And I said, girl, he was serious. He wasn't playing. So like I said, when you hear these stories, you're like, what's really going on? What shadiness is going on and has manifested? And that's what I tell people, karma is real. What you put out, you always get back. You will experience what you hold on to. That's why it's always important to live in your truth and to be honest. And you don't gotta go around saying, hey, listen now, I did that. Hi, my name is who, I did this, ooh, ooh. But when it's spoken upon, let me keep it real. I did this, I did that. And keep it moving. There's not no, I ain't saying nothing. And then something, oh my God. So like I said, for me, that's what it comes down to. So all the experiences are not people being taken out because they were trans. Because I know a lot of girls who's been girls for a long time, who's been in crazy situations. And it's been luck that they have not had nothing happen to them. It's been luck. I think not. I think not. And I know people that live in Chicago. People know Chicago is a very demonic city. That's one city to mention. I know a lot of girls out there in Chicago that are trans, of trans experience, and they do some crazy shit. And they're still pumping, even with all the shit that's going on in Chicago. Ain't nobody, everybody can get in Chicago right now. And it's been that way for a couple of years now. I want to say I was going into 2 damn decades. But still, so I'm like, honey, no. It's really, really sad when it's innocent lives being taken out. Women going into Jahira, really being in love and getting that attention and that validation from a man, and you feeling holy, you feeling complete because now you're getting love from the opposite sex, or you're getting love from the opposite energy, and then you're not really paying attention to the fact, well, he treats me good, so he would never, and then this happens. Because that's the same thing I was thinking. Same thing I thought. The man who beat my ass. So the first and let's talk about it right now. The man who beat my ass is a well-known person. The man who beat my ass is a well-known person. Okay. And so, like I said, when I got hands put on me, the first 5 months, everything was good. It was, oh my God, this is cool. You don't get your sex changed. Oh my God, oh my God, I'm about to get married. Oh my God, I'm about to be a mother. We're about to have kids. We're gonna have a surrogacy. All this good shit. He was nice. He rubbed my foot. Anything I wanted, he bought it. Anything my mom wanted, he bought it. And like I said, we went on trips every weekend. Every freaking weekend, we went on trips. And people are like, what did your man do? Because they never really saw him. They were like, what does he do? Because I noticed every time he comes, he has a new car. Yeah, he had a new car every time we went somewhere. Yeah, we went to Santa Cruz. We went all over California. Santa Cruz. We never been to Santa Barbara. I'm going to Santa Barbara this year. But we went all over. We went to Pacifica, Santa Cruz. We went to just all the beautiful places. Every weekend we went somewhere. And literally, when that happened, I said, oh, this is a spirit. This is a spirit manifest this motherfucker. Because it was a whole nother person. It was a whole other person. Oh, just traumatizing. And I went to therapy for that, y'all, because I didn't trust people. And if you looked like him, I didn't trust you. And unfortunately, what he looks like, I was attracted to. So I said, bitch, I can't date nobody. I don't want to date nobody. If you had a similar name to his name, I was like, no. So like I said, it just blew my mind of how people are. And so going into, like I said, you being trans and stuff, and just a lot of men don't know how to wrap their head around that experience. So like I said, for me, I will not date a man unless he gets therapy. And as a trans woman, that you're smart to do that. If you're dating a man and you're trans and you're not making your man get therapy for being into you, and not just because something's wrong with you, but it's because you have a different experience, then baby girl, it's a ticking time bomb. I can guarantee you that. It's a ticking time bomb. This is my first time. I've never done it. I've never dated somebody like you. And they fully open, girl. And I think even outside that situation I had, where I actually was domestically abused and almost killed, I think I had other close calls with other relationships, because I also dated other men who were closeted. Gangsters, okay, that they didn't want people to know what they were into. And they were opening up about it. But looking back, I'm like, damn, that one time we were in that car and that car got shut up at, he could have said, I don't know this bitch. And bam. Even going into my other friend, which is so weird because Edie's, they actually have the same like background, ethnicity wise, experience wise, just is so crazy. But that's happened to her. I remember that I was at home and my boyfriend and I was supposed to be meeting up. And she was dating a guy in one of these country bumpkin ass towns. And I remember she texted my phone, And she was like, "Hey, girl, you know what you doing?" And just something about the text, I was like, something ain't right. I had an AT&T Go phone. I remember that. It was a Nokia 5152 or something like that, or 6061. It was one of them. And I'm like, "Ooh, girl, girl, what's going on?" Because the text just wasn't right. And she's like, I can't talk right now, but I'm literally about to jump out this bathroom window. And I'm like, "Girl, call me." She didn't want to call. She said, "No, girl, I'm about to go." Anyway, what ended up happening was her boyfriend was so stupid, and she wasn't really thinking either, to where he moved her into the house, y'all. Now, first of all, he's a gangster. Second of all, everybody in that house are gangsters. Third of all, your girlfriend is a trans woman who is pre-operative, which means she has not had the sexual reassignment surgery. And you didn't think now for 1 minute somebody was gonna walk in on you and be like, "Wait a minute, girl." So literally, she takes a shower. The boyfriend leaves to go run his errands and stuff. He leaves. The niece knocks on the door. I guess she forgot to lock the door. The niece knocks on the door, opens it. She's in the shower. The niece sees something, and sure enough, the niece runs out and tells everybody, she's a man, verbatim. She's a man. Blah, blah, blah. So she's literally in the bathroom, locked. They're trying to get in that bathroom, y'all. And so she jumps out the window. Thank God she got out of that house, went down the street. But this is where the messy part got at, y'all. Let me tell y'all. This is where the shit got messy at. So I called my boyfriend and said, "Go get my friend because she's about to get taken out." Right? They're coming for her. What happened? The guy didn't know she was trans. The family trying to get her. Girl, this bitch was trying to fuck my man. And I only knew about it because my man had a daughter who was 9 years old. And she called me Mama Santina. That was the name I went by then. Yeah, he was infatuated with Blasian people. So he thought I was Blasian. And that's why he was attracted to me. So his daughter was Portuguese, and I can't remember what the hell it was. Portuguese, something else. He was 3 different things. And his daughter's mama was black and Thai, or black Cambodian, one of them. And so anyway, the daughter was all like, Auntie blah, blah, blah was locked in a room with dad. I was like, "Oh, really?" She was 9 years old too, girl. She was telling me everything. She was locked in the bedroom with dad. And they were in there for a good 30 minutes. So of course he was denying it. "Oh, I didn't do nothing with her." Ooh, but I'm like, I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid, honey. First of all, you're a man. Second of all, you're into the trans shit. And that bitch, she's a hoe. So anyway, y'all, I was upset. I said, "Girl, I saved your life, and this is the thanks I get. You gonna try to fuck my man? Really?" And of course, I was mad at him and her. Not just her, but him too. Because you were that easy. You were easy to be distracted. And this bitch was like a fucking, she saw me as a threat. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. She saw me as a threat. Every girl, she fucked up 3 of my relationships, y'all. And that's what I get for trying to be so nice. She was a trans experience. So like, this is my friend. I got to behold her. She fucked it up with the Colombian guy who came to America. He owns a lot of businesses. Girl, I could have been sitting, Anyway, I'm not upset about that, girl, because, I'm a business owner, girl. Successful like that. Anyway, but she fucked that up. And they do it in a hotel bathroom, y'all. In the lobby. Like, you hoe. Then she fucks up with this other guy talking about all the guys on her friend she done had. So his stupid ass believed it. Like, are you kidding me? So give me this time I went around the world. I went to Bangladesh. I went to India. I went to London. I've been to Norway. I went to South America. I went to, girl, to get the ping. Oh, girl. And then the last one is where I said, "Okay, girl, we stopping this bitch in her track." Bam. I won't tell y'all what happened. But anyway, we're going to keep it there. Bitch. That's it. Come on now, DD. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Levels to the masculine. There's levels to the masculine. The masculine is still divine feminine. Ow. Yes, honey. Revolutionist history on Harriet Tubman. We have part of tunnel here at the Sharp Street Church. At my smallest size, I could crawl in that space. They had to do a belly crawl. Okay. So that means that Harriet Tubman was probably really a figure. Go figure. She was probably an illusion. Isn't that crazy to think about it, people, Black Americans? What kind of curses and ooh, what kind of spells are y'all put under? What kind of spells and bindings and curses are y'all under? And not under by society, but under by yourself, because you got people that are still spewing out these curses and these hexes, and you're accepting it. You're saying that's not true. Yes, brother. The white man don't like us. Yes, brother. The white man put the black man in the jail. Yes, brother. Like, girl. Yeah, what kind of shit is going on? Oh, girl. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Oh no, honey. No, ma'am. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. What had me really questioning the spells and the enchantments that Black Americans is under, when they talked about not all Black Americans are from Africa. When I learned that years ago, and now people on YouTube are proving it right, girl, that's when I said, oh my God. And this is what people should be doing. You should be working on breaking those hexes and those spells. You should be working on reversing that shit. And that's how you're going to heal your community. And that's why I'm very watchful with the news. And I'm very watchful with a lot of this shit. BLM and this and that and like, are you trying to keep people under these spells with these BLMs and stuff? Because that's what it appears like to me. Because once you start that, then the animal comes out. You know, the slave, the animal that's in captivity, the animal that's locked down in the cage come out. The tiger that you took out of the wild and put behind bars in the zoo now starts acting out. Woo, girl. Oh my God. Oh no. I will not accept that. I will not accept that, honey. I will not accept that. I will not accept that, honey. So like I said, y'all can play with that if y'all want to. Y'all go ahead and keep playing with those cursing if y'all want to. But bitch, ain't nothing stopping me from getting to the other side. Ain't nothing stopping me. You sit here, be spellbound and locked down and tricked up and tied up with the shit you want to. And be tied into the damn cycle. White versus black versus white of this and white of that, and boo. You gonna fuck that if you want to. Ain't nobody else hollering that shit because they're not spellbound. And if they were, they know what it was and they broke those spells. Bitch, they broke those enchantments, girl. Y'all stuck in that shit. So y'all right now, y'all stuck in that shit. Y'all better get out of it. You better get out. Right now. Yes, honey. Look at y'all. Oh, he was still there. My baby, he's so smart. You want to go with me today? You want to go out with me to run errands today? You want to go with me? You want to go with your mama? You're going to be good. You're going to stay in the car. You're not going to do nothing. You're just going to be there and be nice. Oh, it has to be tonight. Y'all, it's hot as hell. I got the AC on. Come on. I am so happy to see you for real. Do you watch Pose Season 3? If you do, which is your favorite episode or scene? No, I do not watch. I've not watched Pose the last season. I watched the first season. It's so weird, like knowing the ballroom people, like the House of Extravaganza and in the House of Blonix and the House of Mizrahi and the House of Revlon and Ebony and all this stuff, right? And knowing the stories, like it's so crazy how this TV show depict real life characters or situations with these characters, and you see it. It's like these people channel, these people in them when they're doing this. It's some weird shit. Like it's really, really crazy. And of course, some of the experiences I have not personally experienced, but I was told. Like I was told, experiences by Octavia St. Laurent. I knew Octavia St. Laurent, from YouTube, also on Facebook too, back in the day, honey. And then we had a group on Facebook. I don't know if the group is out there now, but we had a group out there. So, seeing her on Paris Was Burning. And then, going into Venus Extravaganza and her experience and being taken out, in the Duchess Hotel. And I don't even know why, y'all, but even Mariah Lane reminds me of Venus Extravaganza. I had to say that. I talked about that yesterday with somebody. But anyway, that's crazy. So I can tell you my favorite scene. I like the message behind the series. I like the message. It's a little traumatizing for some people. It could be quite triggering for some people to relive what was going on, especially in the first season. and people, having, the virus and not telling people. And in New York, it's a stigma. Even right now, like, I know people in New York that passed away, not personally, but I knew of them that passed away from the virus. I know people personally that has the virus in New York. And so, like I said, I know those episodes is traumatizing for them, and even how they got it. So, like I said, yeah, I love the message behind the series and the people that they have in the series, and yeah. So I love the whole idea of Pose. I love the whole idea, and of course, I got to see Angelica Ross in another way, a light. I know people don't know this, but Angelica Ross is also a girl I know. I actually tried out to be Angelica Ross' assistant, but she was like not looking for assistance anymore. But I know a mutual guy who was like, this was years ago, y'all. Angelica is looking for an assistant. So I was like, oh my God, yes, a two-spirited Native American woman. A lot of y'all don't know that. Come on in here, Angelica Ross, Native woman. If she needed an assistant, yeah, let me be her. Let me be under her and learn some things from mother. Because, mother has that military background. Mama know what it's like to transition on a job. So anyway, so to see her in there was like, wow. Dominique Jackson, also known as Tyra Ross. I heard of her in the ballroom some years ago too. I used to watch her on MySpace and stuff. Coming in with that slender, tall, long body, honey. She gave you RuPaul, not a cut-in. She gave you RuPaul with a little bit of Naomi Campbell, honey. And she would give you that little twist and ooh. And to see her, it's like, whoa, and especially for her to survive all these years. Like, wow. Dominique Devereaux, Dominique Jackson, I don't know what name she go by. Tyra Ross is what I know her as. Like I said, I love her. I love the character she played. And then, of course, we got introduced to some new people. I didn't know who MJ, is it MJ Martinez? I didn't know who MJ was. I didn't know who India was. I didn't know who the other girl was. She puts in the mind of another girl, but I didn't know those people. Not Cindy Portier. Who's the other guy? The guy that showed up and gave his little speech, and people are reading him down because he was talking about Black Power, and they were talking about them. Well, you did a white man. And that's something young people need to get to your fucking head too. Just because the motherfucker likes somebody outside the race, and he don't like their own self, bitch. Because obviously he likes himself, bitch. Out here, ooh, girl. Let me get about that. Let me get about that, girl. Spellbound people speaking through their own curses. Woo, come on in here. Spellbounded people that are under in hypnosis, MK Ultra, speaking their own trauma. And that's what the fuck it is. So we forgive you. We forgive you, honey. We forgive you, Black Americans, for your hate you may have for the LGBT. We forgive you, Black Americans, for your hate you may have for the woman. Okay? That's like out here getting these women pregnant, leaving them with their children. We forgive you for that. We forgive you, divine Black Americans, for the shit you've done to burn down Burger King and these other places that we gotta fucking fix. Taxpayers gotta fucking fix. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Let me get out of that. Today's gonna come across as a crazy day. Y'all, that's my cue. I gotta go. Hold on, girl. Wait, hold on. Let me get about this YouTube right now. Y'all gotta go. Y'all been here for a little too long, honey. Come on, Capricorn Moon 222 MJ. I know who you are, Capricorn. Yes, honey, Capricorn. I know who you are. Yes, I feel it. Oh, yes, honey. I'm gonna give you a call today or tomorrow, okay? Yes, I know who you are, Capricorn Moon. Yes, honey. My baby trying to protect his mama. Look at him. He heard the phone and he see the neighbor going crazy. Go get that motherfucker right there. Go get him. See the man right there. Go get him. Go get him right there. See that motherfucker right there. See the ball one. Go get him. The ball hit him right there. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Go by that. Go bite him right on the nuts. Listen, y'all, I gotta go, y'all. Hey, Melly. Yes, besos to you as well. Mwah. Yes, honey. I hope you're doing good, Melly. Chicago has some demons running these streets. I got something for y'all for Chicago. I might need to come out there to Chicago. Okay, take a trip to Missouri and Chicago. Oh, my question is not silly. I dreamt of the guy I had on a crush on, like out of nowhere. I have not spoken to him in 2 years. Do you think he thinks of me? Of course he does. Of course he does. And I don't know what type of dream you had about him, but usually that's your subconscious and his subconscious meeting. I remember that one of my friendships that I had for 10 years, John, I'm really going to go because I answered this call. But we had a friendship for 10 years and we ended it. I wanted to say so much to him, but Spirit was like, some things are better left unsaid. And I said, no, I need to tell this motherfucker some shit because, girl. But sure enough, I had a dream about him 2 years after we ended the relationship. And we had a heart to heart conversation. And I woke up and I felt so relieved. And I know that was my subconscious and his subconscious come together to speak because he probably had a lot to say to me too. So yes, the guy that you had a crush on, depends on what you said about him, definitely, or what happened in the dream. He definitely thinks of you. And I'm gonna say this right now, Balenciaga. We're actually in the season of manifestation. There was a guy that I saw on TV very quickly. I'm gonna talk about this right now very quickly. Some of you may know who this guy is, and we don't expose, we just talk about. But I'm actually shocked because this man got my Snapchat somehow. And I don't really put myself out there like that. But y'all, I'm really gonna watch this. So I would watch this man on TV because he's been on TV a lot, not a lot, but we'll say in the past year I've seen him 3 times in something. And I'm just sitting here looking at him like kind of fantasize about him, like, ooh, he's so sexy. And I love his hair. And I saw a video of him like breaking down crying too. And I felt connected with him. I was like, oh my God. Like I was crying. I'm like, Jesus. So all of a sudden, somebody's on my Snap. And I asked the motherfucker to send me a picture. And I thought it was catfish at first. The motherfucker sent a picture. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is catfish. And so I was like, you kind of put me in the mind of this person, and the guy's not really famous, but he is famous. He got like, he's been, y'all know who this motherfucker is. Some of y'all may know. Okay. And so anyway, y'all, so I said, you kind of put me in the mind of this guy. And so my Snap is fucking ringing and I answered the call. Y'all, I was like shocked. And I'm on my other phone with my other friend. We're doing a video call. And I said, girl. And the guy, like, he's talking and like, hey, and I was just like, what the fuck? So anyway, y'all. Anyway, he found me through something. And then somebody who knew that gave him my information. And so anyway, I'm not saying that there's something sexual going on. It's another type of situation. But in my mind, I'm like, I pulled him to me. I pulled him to me because the weirdest thing, even going back to even February is the last time I saw him on TV. I was, like I said, I felt really connected to him. And the fact that he was like, bam. And like I said, y'all, I thought I was being fucking catfish. Like, I was like, girl, I think I'm being catfish. But that motherfucker called, honey. And girl, we video chatted on Skype or on Snap, the Snap call. Girl, hold on, give me a minute. For a little bit, y'all. So anyway, I was gonna say that, honey. You can definitely manifest what you can manifest right now, okay? Anyway, y'all, let me go, y'all. I gotta go. They're killing everyone. They don't give a fuck. They don't, Queen of Plants. Get your protection on Queen of Plants, okay? Protect yourself. Okay. Hello? Yes, protect yourself. Come on in here, Larry. River City. Sound like an energy vamp using you to snatch the energy. Then you're come on in here. You are a good one to deal with that for as long as you did. I know that's right. River City. But see, maturity. See, and I tell you guys, I don't just say that I'm Oshun or I'm the daughter of Oshun just to say that. Like, Oshun, it takes a lot to get Oshun to do some shit. It takes a lot. Oshun is very maternal and loving and understanding. And even when Oshun is like, fuck you, bitch, fuck you, this, when it's all said and done, Oshun is like, wait a minute. Okay, wait, maybe they didn't mean it that way. Maybe they called me that because I made them feel sorry. So anyway, so for me, like I said, I've always been that. The first time I give you a pass, the second time I give you a pass, the third time, now I'm kind of like, bitch, and it sometimes takes a fourth time. Now, nowadays, depends on what it is. The first time you do it, bitch, I'm getting you right together. But she was a hurt person. Okay, she was trying to find herself. Okay, there you go. It was a lot harder for trans people 20, even 10 years ago. That's why I give respect to all trans elders that paved the way. I know that's why I come in there, Queen of Plants. We got to give them thanks and praises, regardless of the situation. Because, even going into, anyway, I won't even go into that because y'all might, think I'm, Anyway, yes, honey. Queen of Plants, yes, honey. Barbie, have you ever tried Patti LaBelle's sweet potato? Yes, I did. I'm sorry, it was nasty as hell. I'm sorry. I love Patty. I'm sure she put a foot down in the kitchen. I'm gonna meet Patty LaBelle one day, y'all. I don't care what y'all say. Miss Patty, two Geminis. I feel like I kind of look like Patty. Do I look like a younger Patty? Get your good shake on ya. Walk out your color top. You little mama. Do I give you that, y'all? Do I give y'all Auntie Patty? Anyway, I'm gonna meet Patty y'all one day, and she gonna put it down in my kitchen with that real pie girl. Yeah, I need to go out there to Philly to see Auntie Patty. Mark my word, y'all. Mark my word. Mark my word. I'm gonna meet Auntie Patty. Yes, I am. Girl, but that pie master dish was nasty as fuck. Oh, it was nasty as fuck, honey. Hello? I said what I said. I gotta go. I gotta go. Well, I gotta go, grandmother. To be honest, I barely know the history. The history flag, of course. What? Wait a minute. The history. Is that the gay flag? You don't know the history of the LGBT? Come on in here, Jay. Learn the history. If you don't know your past, you're doomed for the future. Ow! Come on in here. If you don't know the past, your future is doomed. It's something like that. I don't know. Yes, honey. Not all. Sorry, but I love you, Mr. Thank you, River City. I love you as well. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh, yeah, River City. You probably came in now. I will be sending you the links to your classes today. Okay, there's been a lot going on today. They're ready to go. Okay, and of course, you reach out to me with any questions, comments, and concerns. Okay, I'll send it over tonight. Okay. Yes, honey, Barbie. I love you so much. Thank you, Barbie. I love you as well, honey. You're so honest. Keep it real. Keeping it real, Henny. Yes, Henny. Come on in here, Mother Roo. Step to the beat because the beat go pop in. Anyway, y'all, I really gotta go, you guys. Please stay blessed. Please stay positive. Please stay on top of your protection work. Honestly, I'm begging my trans people, my LGBT people, people who are disabled, people who are outcasts, stay on top of your protection. There's energies always out here trying to get you. You have to stay protected. You got to stay in a positive. And protection is not always doing the work. It's staying positive and loving and laughing and in that realm. Do what makes you happy. And that's what it's about. I encourage you to do it. Please stay on top of it, y'all. You know, people are going out quickly and I'm sick of the stats. We need to change it. And it starts with us. And especially if you watch this channel, you definitely spiritual. Okay. Get it on and popping, okay? Okay, hello? Yes, honey. Later, honey. Bye, everybody. Love and light, honey. Yes, honey. Ow. Yes, you do need to learn it, Jay. Yes, on the LGBT history, honey. Love and light, everybody. 2spiritmixer.blogspot.com, 28spirit@gmail.com. And I send all my love and light and positive energy vibrations to you all. Yes, happy Friday. Today is the day of the goddesses. Yes, honey. And I hope you guys enjoy. Bye.